Hello and welcome to Sousui's Cave. That joke poem still haunts me for some reason. It's making my feral instinct gone crazy. Damn it. Gotta focus. Okay, it's time to add a poem for Natsuki and Yuri. That means Sayuri is really gone. I don't like the looks of this. Still, I gotta push forward. For Yuri, for Natsuki, and for Monika. Okay, Sousui, let's go. So because there is only Yuri and Natsuki, I think I'm gonna go 10, 10. So 10 for Yuri and 10 for Natsuki. I'll do 10 for Yuri first. Alright, so my first word's gonna be prayer. Next is massacre. I don't like that word. Okay. Intellectual. Next is horror. Good. Imagination. What the fuck? Is it just me or Yuri's expression changed? No, I'm seeing things. Alright. Unrequited? Isn't that Sayuri's word? What happens if I pick that? Oh, it's Yuri's word now. Okay. Alright, last one for Yuri. Extraordinary? That's Natsuki. Effulgent should do it. Okay, now I'm gonna do for Natsuki. Candy. And then giggle. Next is puppy. Okay. Cheeks. Yup. And then sing. Ribbon. Family? Yeah, family. Next is blanket, I guess. Last one, bubbles. What the hell's going on? Sayuri! That's Sayuri! Freaking hell. I'm not seeing things, am I? That one, the Sayuri thing was real. And the thing I saw for Yuri is real too. Damn it. My mind is... I don't know what's going on anymore. Sousui, it's all in your head. You're under control. Okay. Whatever that's going on, it can't hurt you. Hi again, Sousui. Monika. It's Monika. Oh, thank God. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. I'm getting this dizzy feeling. Is it just me or the music sounds a bit disoriented? And the background feels a bit stretched? This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I'm getting a bit dizzy. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. I still can't shake this dizzy... What the hell? Yuri, your face! Thanks for keeping your promise, Sousui. Yuri, your face was glitching. What the hell's going on? It's getting worse. I'm feeling a bit sick. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Natsuki! Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Natsuki is glitching. The music, the background. It's not right, it feels disoriented. My mind's not playing around with me. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Monika, you're not supposed to be there, you're supposed to be back there with Natsuki and Yuri. What's going on? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Yeah, the screen, it's twisting and zooming in towards me slowly. Look at Yuri and Natsuki, they're a bit slanted. And the music, it speeds and slows down at random, making me feel nauseous for some reason. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Sousui. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait! I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Everything's going back to normal. Oh, I'm getting a bit lightheaded. Oh, I'm getting a bit sick. Alright, gotta push forward. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Huh? But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Yuri, your eye, your right eye, it's glitching. It's not on your face. Yuri. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. What is wrong with Yuri's eye? Not for any particular reason. Oh, it's back. It's back on her face. Oh, thank God. This game is glitching for sure. It's breaking. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. It's cool, Yuri. I know what you mean. You don't have to be embarrassed about it. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Eye symbol? I knew it! Illuminati! Hold on. Portrait of Markov. Eye symbol. Yuri's eye moving. Are they related? No, I might be thinking a bit too much about this. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Is it just me, or this is a bit different from the start? But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... This is not the same book as what been described at the start. Something's wrong. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean... not the thing about the limbs. Yuri, I know it's not my place to judge, but the way you're denying it is creeping me out. And the portrait of Markov I knew does not involve cutting off limbs and attaching them to make a different thing. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Sousui? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Am I talking to the same Yuri? I don't know. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil,
but because the world is full of horrible people and we are all worthless anyway.
Yuri!
Then so did we.
Yuri! I'm rambling, aren't I? What was that? Yuri, are you okay? What the hell's going on? Are you the same Yuri? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts,
My whole body get.
Yuri, I cannot forget to pay attention to other people. That does not sound like Yuri at all. Are you okay, Yuri? Something's not right. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I start talking too much. That's... Gotta keep yourself together, Sousui. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. Shit. Yuri's glitching. That startled me. God damn it, I was gonna heart attack. What is going on? My mind is slipping. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Huh? Let me just get the book. Shit. So sweet, keep yourself together. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah. Yeah? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and stopped the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry.
I was suspecting.
It's happening again. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? That voice, that was not Yuri. That was not Yuri. It's something else. Keep yourself together, Sousui. Keep yourself together. It's just a game. It can't hurt you. It can't hurt you. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so? Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Everything seems okay for now. Nothing's glitching, nothing bad happening. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Is it just me or Yuri is getting a bit too excited? This is not her reaction when I read the book with her at the first time. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Something else? Like what? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. Yeah, Yuri's reaction and dialogue is different. Totally different. So, I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My... breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just needed some water. Alright, don't push yourself, Yuri. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. Is she okay? Yuri, what on earth was that about? Sousui? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. I'm getting a feeling that Monika knows something that I don't. No, that can't be right. Monika? Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. I swear. Monika, if you know what's wrong with Yuri, please tell me. I need to know. Ah ha 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 ha. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. No, Yuri never acted like this. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? I don't know, Monika. I don't want to make Yuri feel left out. I don't want to make her upset. Yeah, I was just asking. Okay, so we're doing it anyway. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? There is only Natsuki and Monika. I guess Yuri is not here. So, Natsuki or Monika? I don't know. But before I proceed forward, I think I'm gonna save my game. Okay, I'm back. So, back to the question at hand. Natsuki or Monika? Who should I show my poem to first? I think I'm gonna go with Natsuki first. Yeah. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Huh?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
Please, Natsuki! Please, don't smack me in the face! No! Spare me! I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Okay, Natsuki's poem. Eagles Can Fly. Let's read it. It just feels right to read it this time. I don't know. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So, I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps brings out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, I guess Monika is next. Monika.
Hi, Sousui. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ah ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Sousui. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem.
Great job, Sousui. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Yeah, keep it very, very low. But then, I'll surprise them with a bang, and they'll be like, "Ooh, wow, he's so cool!" That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ha 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 ha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes, I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes, I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. Given up on people? I get that too sometimes. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. Yeah, I understand that feeling. It sucks to not being able to share what you like with someone else. Like games and anime. It's hard to talk with someone who doesn't really get you, you know? Poor Yuri. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Coming on a little strongly? I don't think I follow. Would you care to explain more, Monika? Like earlier. Like earlier? You mean the way she's acting right now? I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, hole in wall. Is it just me or this is a totally different poem? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Okay. Let's just go down a little bit. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. This is not the same poem than the last time. Okay. Weird. I wonder what's it about. So, what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ah ha ha ha. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany, you say? If I'm not mistaken, an epiphany means you have a great realization on something, like you have an awakening. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, it's time to share my poem with Yuri. Yuri, I hope she's okay. She's been acting really strange. She's been glitching a bit too much. Okay, let's go and see Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, to be honest, Yuri, I also write haikus and rap in my free time, so I'm a man of many talents. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah? Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and their form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Okay, nothing weird is happening so far, and Yuri seems normal. Thank God. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kinda funny. Yuri's smile, so precious. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, Ghost Under the Light. Let's read it. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Very good.
Huh? I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all, Yuri.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ugh. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief?
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all, Yuri. This is one of your best work.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sousui.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Sousui. Me too.